Time for the 49ers Rush
Young
podcast.
guys are going to win out, and the Niners stick with young, talented guys on the O-line, and we see the departures of guys like Justin Skule, Colton McKivitz not making this roster to make wave and open the door for these younger guys.
First team left tackle reps.
I know.
All right.
And he could not make it.
All right, time out. Let's do this right now. Okay. I didn't tell – I would plan on doing this. Last year, the 49ers kept 8 offensive linemen on their initial 53. Okay, let's play. Let's do this. All right, Alex, you're my GM. I'm the annoying-ass owner, right? That's just entitled. Not that Jed York is that. That's not what I was saying. I wasn't trying to go there.
We love you, Jed.
But I like Jed. I like Jed. Jed's cool. All right, you get 8 offensive linemen.
Don't
Alex.
Do this to me.
We're doing this. I'm typing. I'm keeping track, and I'm going to hold you to this come August, whenever it's cut down day, and I'm going to tweet this out. I'm going to at you. I'm going to at your parents. I want to add everybody, and I'm holding you to it. All right, let's go. Okay, Trent Williams, he's making it, right?
Yes.
All right, that's one. Who's next?
After that is Mike McGlinchey. A healthy Mike McGlinchey. I mean, I guess we have to put that caveat, right? If he's healthy to start the season, he's making it. Otherwise, he's on IR.
So if he's on IR, because the injury happened last year, he would go on the PUP and wouldn't count for a roster spot. Is that what you're saying? Are you cheating already?
No, I mean, I don't want to cheat. So listen, I don't want to sliding scale this. One of the guys, we joke about one of the guys on our podcast sliding scale all the time with everything. I'm just going to say healthy Mike McGlinchey. So we got Trent Williams, Mike McGlinchey. Those are your tackles. Those are your bookends.
Okay. All right. Keep going. That's 2.
Left guard, going to be Aaron Banks.
Lock.
Right guard is going to be Daniel Brunskill.
Lock.
Can't believe I'm saying this. Center is going to be Jake Brendel.
Okay.
So there's your 5. That's your first 5, and that leaves me 3 guys. So I have these guys kind of tiered out. I have a handful.
He's got
of guys.
Notes. Do you see he's looking at his notes? This dude's prepared. I didn't tell him I was asking.
I got 3 monitors here, so I mean, in theory, I have way more notes on the screen, but I'm only using 2 of the 3. I swear. So then after that, I have them kind of tiered out. So I only have 3 spots left. So as of right now, these are the 3 guys I believe are going to make it based on just what I've seen and what I believe the Niners are going to do, which is this is crazy. All right, John, ready for this? This is crazy. Justin Skule, Colton McKivitz, and Jalen Moore. Those are the 3 guys who make it, and that means you have Spencer Burford and Nick Zakelj not making this active roster, which makes absolutely no sense, John. It makes no sense at all whatsoever. I don't know how else to break this down. I think Spencer Burford has the chance to make it. I think he's the most ready of the guys they drafted this year, like at the line spots. Whoa. But why do you bring back Justin Skule in? Here's the only other thing I could see is Skule or McKivitz, again, doing the same thing they did last year, right? Where they sneak one of them or both of them onto the practice squad, don't have them do a lot during training camp, in games and things like that, and just kind of hide them away, sneak them onto the practice squad, and then keep Spencer Burford and Nick Zakelj on the active roster because they can.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so the idea of Nick Zakelj and Spencer Burford not making the 53-man roster.
It'd be nuts. But I could see it happening, especially if Skule – because Skule was – I mean, going into last year, he was supposed to be the swing tackle. He was the guy, right? And he gets to the injury. If he comes back and he's healthy and he's anywhere close to being what they thought he was going to be, how does he not make this roster? Colton McKivitz at the end of last year, Colton McKivitz was the guy they turned to in Week 18. Colton McKivitz was the guy they turned to.
Yeah, everybody was upset about that one.
I mean, listen, I was baffled. I couldn't understand it, but they won the football game. It wasn't pretty from him. It wasn't great, but he did enough.
There's no way Spencer Burford gets cleared on the freaking waivers, right?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. But this is what I mean.
The 4th round.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. You wouldn't think. But it's one of those things is I don't know what else to do with it because if I'm going based on somebody. If I'm going based on what I in my mind, what I know about the Niners, I know they were high on Skule. If Skule returns anywhere close to form, I don't think it's a competition. I don't think there's anyone close that they feel can be that guy.
You know what? I'm going to cheat, okay? I'm the owner. I get to be a D-bag.
It's also your show. It's your show. You get to cheat. So
here's what I'm going to say. Okay, if this is the case, if Alex, the GM, brings me this, I'm going to say, what the hell, man? Why did we spend our 4th round pick and you're just going to cut him? So here's what I'm going to say, okay? Let's find another position group. We already know we're keeping some for D-line. We're going to keep an extra one for O-line. So here we go. Let's work it backwards. Again, we didn't talk about this. All right, GM. Go back to your room. What 2 positions are we keeping one less of? Go.
Running back. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Safety.
Ooh, I thought you were going to go wide receiver.
No, they'll go safety. I think if they did that, they would go safety. And I could see them doing this. I could see
That
them
means
keeping an extra
Tarvarius Moore is getting cut. That means Tarvarius Moore would get cut. You're not cutting Odom because he got all that guaranteed money. You can't cut Ufunga.
But I can see that too because Tarvarius Moore's coming off the Achilles. He's coming off the big injury. I mean, if they don't feel he's there, if they don't feel he's right, I mean, they could decide to go a different direction with it.
Gosh. So, all right, now
Crazy.
we got to work forward now. Now you got an extra O-line. You got to keep one more guy. It's Spencer Burford, right?
It's Burford. It's not close. I mean, it's Spencer Burford. For me, it's Burford.
Which means we're cutting makes a kill, and that
we're
means I've got
sneaking them on the practice squad.
Whew. Whew. Yeah, that's rough. And okay, so last thing, running backs. That means you're only keeping
4 technically because you'd be keeping Juszczyk if you count Juszczyk in the running back room. But Ant and I have had this conversation, and I do think this is something
good conversation.
It could happen.
Well.
It could happen.
For people who perhaps haven't caught that show, which if you haven't, come on, shame on you. Get over there, 49ers cut back. You ain't going to be wrong, guys. You ain't going to be wrong. All right, so your 3 running backs that you keep besides Juszczyk.
I mean, you got Elijah Mitchell, right? You have Jeff Wilson Jr., and then you have TDP.
Moving on from the 3rd round pick that you traded up for last year.
That didn't work out. I mean, it's obvious he didn't work out. It's clear as day to anyone who's been watching how they've used running backs and how what they trust Trey Sermon to do, that they just don't trust him. They don't trust him. And listen, I don't think Trey Sermon's a bad running back. I just don't think he fits what the Niners want their running backs to do. He doesn't put his foot in the ground. He doesn't get vertical. He's not a one-cut go guy.
Well, what about him losing weight, working on his footwork?
It's true. All those things are nice. It's got to translate, though. And here's the problem. It didn't translate last year with Turner. With Turner back there coaching him. Now, Anthony Lynn has done a lot of great things in this league with running backs. So maybe this is the guy that could be the whisperer in his ear and get him to turn the corner and be that guy.
It's your boy Frank Gore. I'm listening to 49ers Rush Niners all day. That's brain sits home.